Yo, yeah. Talk about it, huh? Speak on it.
K-Dub, K-Dub,
Red
K-Dub,
City Blues. Ratchet City Blues. Ratchet City Blues. Tears in my eyes.
This is Ratchet Trill 3000, up-and-coming artist from Shreveport, Louisiana, but he resides in St. Louis right now. Ratchet Trill, what is stamp life and how did it get started?
Stamp life, it was just a movement I started in my neighborhood, with my people. You know how people be like, pound this, like, it was real, let me pound that, you my dog or whatever. But for me, we would be talking, me and my people, and I'd be like, man, stamp that. My homie Automatic just got killed. And his thing was everything was automatic. You ask him to dance, it would be automatic. So me and him came up with it was like stamp, automatic stamp. That's what we called it. Now he did. I gotta make sure that live on, the automatic stamp. So stamp life was just a movement I started after saying a whole bunch of real shit. So bring all my people together and make sure y'all on the same page. We would just stamp it, make sure everybody agree, and we done with it.
And when did that get started?
It started like in 2010 when I was 17 years old. I had the city rocking with me, people, chasing women. I wasn't really focusing on the music at the time. I just was in the streets getting money, running with my team. And, we was just having stamped. Everything was stamped. The shirts was stamped with the polo. The pills was stamped. With the Ninja Turtle, everything was stamped. The promethazine was stamped. It says promethazine. The stamp is the logo, and the label. From real and fake. Fugazi, real and fugazi. They had the stamp. It's real. So that's how That's why I'm rocking with the stamp. Just a movement, and that's the name of the label. Stamp life.
On Boosie Head, you mentioned your grandma. Was she your biggest influence growing up?
Yeah, my grandma, she the one who opened my eyes to this world, that how crazy it really was out here when you go outside. She used to tell me, she say, Ronnie, the devil out there like a roaring lion, and she wasn't lying. I've been in jail about 10 times, and my grandma, sweetest lady I ever met, she believed in me. She always knew I was gonna do something big. And that's what I'm trying to do, shock the world, let them hear some real facts, some real life stuff, some real poetry, talking about what it was like growing up in Louisiana. Now I'm in St. Louis, trying to chase my dream, look out for my family, put us in a better position. Get all my family off that Cooper Road, move them to, to the suburbs with me, one day when I get there.
And what made you give up the streets?
Well, I never really gave up the streets. I just moved out of the streets. I moved to St. Louis when I was 20 years old. My mama moved up here to start her little business, her home healthcare agency or whatever. And I just told her one day we need a new beginning, and we need to start somewhere fresh. And I was in jail, and she moved to St. Louis while I was in jail. I was in jail on some charges for fighting and whatever, battery, whatever, however you want to call that shit. I forgot the exact charge. It was way back in 2012. And shit, what was the question?
What made you give up the streets?
I never gave him up. When my mama moved to St. Louis and I was in jail, she came and got me. So I had a new beginning, a fresh start. So I never moved, I never stopped the streets because I'm born in it, like my family's all I know. So somebody play with my family, they gonna have to see by me. So I never did leave the streets. I just moved away to try to do better in my life. But the streets is what it is. Streets everywhere. You can't never really leave the streets. When you're from the streets, it follow you, Yeah.
And who's your favorite rapper out right now?
My favorite rapper out right now? Shit. My favorite rapper when I was coming up, what I was listening to was Tupac and number 2 was Boosie. Number 3, Soulja Slim. People that's talking real facts and my real life stuff. Still I can relate to. Shout out Master P too. He was one of the greats.
How do you feel about the state of Louisiana and your city's murder rate?
Louisiana. Man, I seen this before it even happened, man. Louisiana always was cursed and wicked, man. So much evil. Like, I seen my own family members betray me. And that I heard that support don't come from familiar faces. So with that being said, so I knew I had to get away just to get the real love that I deserve, that I was given. When I was in Louisiana, man, I tried to show love to people and look out for them. I hear through the wind that they say I was a duck. How I'm a duck and you my people, you my family members, I'm looking out for you. Cause we got the same blood pumping through our veins. And you telling people I'm a duck cause I'm looking out for you? So I want my love back, but I can't get it back, They talked about me and everything, and all I was doing was showing love to the unfortunate, So Louisiana is just full of a lot of hate and fake love. So I just felt like I need to move somewhere else and get on my stuff, chase this music, Let me tell it.
If you could change one thing in your life, what would you change?
If I could change one thing, I probably would have been focused in school, You see me, I'm a healthy young man. So I probably would have focused in school. I probably would be done with college right now. Shoot, man, I would just stay focused in school. Shoot, I probably be where I want to be. Now I probably, I ain't gonna say if was a fifth, but, I probably would just pay more attention in school and never would have been chasing those women, cause they was fake anyway. They gonna be there when I get there. So, I should have just been focused in school. Right now, I'm in school now, trying to take care of business. So, I probably would have just stayed focused in school. That's it.
And why did you move from Shreveport, Louisiana, to St. Louis?
Why did I move from Shreveport, Louisiana, to St. Louis? Like I told you, it was a lot of hate. I started seeing the hate too much, and I started messing with my mind. Like my family turned on me, said I was crazy. When you real, they label you crazy. You know what I'm saying? Cause you stand for something, you will lay your life down at any moment behind what you believe in. So if you would do that, you a crazy individual to most people anyway. So I knew I was crazy. So, what was the question again?
Why did you move from Shreveport, Louisiana to St. Louis?
Because I wasn't getting the love that I was giving out to the world. I wasn't receiving it back. Nobody really showed me no love. And I was being hurt by the people that I thought loved me, who I was trying to make love me, who was my family member, who ones that were close to me, that grew up with me. I wasn't getting the love back, so I went somewhere else. And being from Louisiana and living in St. Louis, you tell somebody you from Louisiana in St. Louis, it's just like telling somebody you from Wakanda, you heard me? So that's big to me, you heard me? So it's a lot of respect coming from the word Louisiana. When you tell somebody from Louisiana, you get a lot of respect, and they, and they already know about it and shit, and it mean a lot to me. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna put on for my state and my city. I'm gonna go somewhere else and do something positive. Cause things I was doing in my neighborhood, going for bad, running with people that didn't love me, no need for that. So I moved somewhere else. I had the opportunity to move away and do things the right way, try to get some money the legit way and chasing my dreams. So I felt like it was a good move. And that's the reason I did move, because my mother moved up here. And she came and got me when I was released from CCC, Cattle Correctional Center, back in 2012, and I've been here ever since. Trying to get some money to feed my son and put my son in a better position to chase his dreams, whatever he want to do. I moved out here to get some money the legit way, basically.
Okay. Is your mother still here?
Yeah, she's still here. She doing good. She got her little business taking off, you know, and she doing the best she can. You know, we don't see eye to eye on everything like any other family members, but I love her because she's my mother. I love my daddy. You know, I love my family, but you know, sometimes family can be snakes too. You know, blood thicker than water, but you know, cum thicker than blood, and you know, being betrayed and loved by the same person, that ain't small. So take it and run with it.
Okay, that concludes our interview with Ratchet Trill from Shreveport, Louisiana, aka Ratchet City. Stay tuned for more interviews.
Ratchet City Blue. Yo!